Dukes against Dave Morrow. He's got the Indian Toad combination tomahawk Bruce Swan. And the Warrior against Pretty Boy Larry Anson and Dennis Turner. The Mighty Mo, we've heard from him, against the Iron Duke. And then Bill Cody will take on Rig the Terminator, surely seeking some revenge for Eddie Roberts. Billy Robinson against the Alaskan, and that main event, Mick, a main event anywhere in the world, the Russian Crusher Chris Markoff against the High Rollers, Ace Brandon, Ricky Rice.
Well, the Russians claim that there's a big victory celebration awaiting their return at the Kremlin Red Square in Moscow. But needless to say, the High Rollers will have more than a little bit to say about that. It could be a very long evening for the Russian combination.
We have a lot of action for you today, fans. Don't go away. We'll be right back with our first match.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with the first match of the evening. 20-minute time limit or one fall. Introducing, first of all, in the corner to my left, from Scotland, weighing in at 215 pounds, Scotty Lightfoot. Scotty Lightfoot. His opponent this evening in the corner to my right, from San Diego, California, weighing in at 230 pounds, Ricky Rice. Ricky Rice, one half of the High Rollers. Referee tonight, Dave Gopel. Let's go to ringside.
Ricky Rice, one half of the High Rollers, in the ring against Scotty Lightfoot. Welcome, wrestling fans. Another outstanding hour of professional wrestling action brought to you by West 4 Wrestling Promotions and the National Wrestling Alliance. Very flashy Rick Rice in with a quick takedown on Scotty Lightfoot.
George Shire along with Mick Karch. Great to be on hand for the National Wrestling Alliance West 4 Promotions. One half of the High Rollers.
Oh, tremendous body slam by Rick Rice. This fella is really put together, and as you said, one half of the High Rollers. A fantastic, flashy, scientific combination. Mr. Lightfoot is in for a long evening.
You know, Mick, whether as a team or individually, the High Rollers, sensational individuals. Rick Rice, Ace Brandon.
Nice reversal into a hammerlock by Rick Rice. Wrenching at the arm of Scotty Lightfoot. Referee in right on top of the action. Lightfoot had to go with that. Might lose an arm if you don't, and Rick Rice continues to work on the arm of Scotty Lightfoot.
Not much is known about Scotty Lightfoot. At least I have not seen him before. How about you?
Well, I did have a chance to see him. He's a very tenacious competitor in the ring. Oh, man! Tremendous flying clothesline by Rick Rice. And Mr. Lightfoot is on Dizzy Street right off the bat.
I'd send him back to Scotland or wherever it is he came from.
Clean break by Rick Rice.
You'll always find that by Rick Rice, Mick. Very clean-cut individual.
And yet we've seen it many times, George. If the opponent chooses to go the rough route, Mr. Rice and Ace Brandon won't hesitate to mix it up toe for toe, go hammer and tong.
Well, as a team, you know, their goal, a World Tag Team Championship, that's on their mind all the time.
Off the ropes with a slingshot. Oh, tremendous power slam by Rick Rice.
Oh, I felt that one right down here.
I'm very surprised that Scotty Lightfoot had enough to kick out at the count of 2 there. That was a tremendous power slam by Rice. Into the turnbuckle right above our microphone. Oh! Mr. Rice telegraphed that move, and Scotty Lightfoot, with enough left, got that knee up. And Mr. Rice, one half of the High Rollers, is in trouble as Scotty Lightfoot turns on the artillery right now.
Referee warning Scotty Lightfoot now.
Mr. Lightfoot may as well have mailed a letter. He let Rick Rice have plenty of time to get out of the way of that maneuver, and now he's in trouble once again as Rice in with the arm twist and continuing to work on Scotty Lightfoot. I'll tell you something, Rick Rice, every time we see him, he looks more and more impressive in that ring.
Look at how white that arm is turning. He twists it anymore. He's going to be handing it to him.
Well, he's making a rubber band out of that arm. Slingshot off the ropes. Oh! Rick Rice has one of the best drop kicks in professional wrestling, and he must have gotten 7, 8 feet off the ground, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. One half of the High Rollers, Ricky Rice, finishing off Scotty Lightfoot and our opening match. Let's go now to a special interview.
Wrestling fans, put September 24th down on your calendar. The Winnipeg Arena. All-Star Wrestling returning. Derek Dukes against Dave Morrow. The Indian tag team of Bruce Swan and the Warrior against Pretty Boy Larry Anson and Dennis Turner. The Mighty Mo against the Iron Duke. Billy Robinson takes on the Alaskan. Bill Cody against Rig the Terminator. And the main event, Revenge Night, ladies and gentlemen. The High Rollers, Ace Brandon, Ricky Rice against Eddie Sharkey's team of the Russian Crusher and Chris Markoff. September 25th, mark your date there. Brandon at the Keystone Center. September 26th, the PAW MBCI School Auditorium. The advance tickets for that. Clear Right Cleaners and the Firefighters Association. That is a muscular dystrophy event. And then September 27th, Swan River at the Swan River Centennial Arena. Tickets available at the Swan River Friendship Center. Don't miss the action this month in Canada.
Head out on the highway, looking for adventure. And whatever.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with a 20-minute time limit or one fall. Introducing, first of all, in the corner to my left, from Boston, weighing in at 250 pounds, Derek Starfire Duke. His opponent this evening from New York City, New York, in the corner to my right, weighing in at 245 pounds, one half of the Terminators, the Ring.
We're all set to go, ladies and gentlemen. Rig the Terminator in the ring with Derek Starfire Dukes. This is going to be a sensational match.
You have to watch Derek Dukes in this one, Mick. For a young wrestler, he is dynamite in that ring.
Derek Dukes has a tremendous future, George. I'll tell you something, and if anybody can prevent a future from happening, it's the fella he's in the ring with right now, Rig the Terminator.
You've got to watch the Rig because he is not beyond doing anything illegal. And, of course, his ever-present manager, Eddie Sharkey, at ringside.
Tremendous body slam by the Rig, and already Derek Dukes is in trouble. Yanks him up by the hair and into the turnbuckle. Eddie Sharkey, the man who says he is a playboy, a sportsman, man about town, you name it, Eddie Sharkey claims he's it. Watching very, very closely as his man, the Rig, works over Derek Starfire Dukes.
Derek Dukes may look like he's down right now, Mick, but he is... Oh!
Tremendous snap suplex by Rig the Terminator, and of course Eddie Sharkey, among all his other talents. Eddie Sharkey is a poet, he's an announcer, he's everything in the world.
We have to put up with his commentary here at our ringside table. Referee warning Rig the Terminator. Now that was a choke on the ropes.
I hope everybody can learn something today.
Mr. Sharkey has now become a teacher, and he wants us to learn something. Well, we don't see too many scientific wrestling holds coming from his man, Terminator Rig. There's a body slam. Derek Dukes is in deep, deep trouble.
I'm not too impressed in the way he's taught the Rig.
Oh, clubbing forearm, and now Derek Dukes with a short shot, trying to fire back on the Terminator, and there! Now with a series of rights and lefts, picks them up, oh! A tremendous body slam, and the Terminator is on Dizzy Avenue right now.
You can hear the crowd 100% behind Derek Starfire Dukes.
There's a drop down. Oh, man! Tremendous elbow by Dukes. He's in for the cover. Count of 1, 2, oh!
I thought we had an upset here, Mick.
No, Eddie Sharkey did not have his trunks. Eddie Sharkey is up in arms over the performance of his man Rig right at the present time. Snapmare down on the mat. I didn't see any hair pull, Mr. Sharkey. I don't think anybody saw a hair pull.
At least there's no hair pulling from our vantage point here. Derek Dukes now Oh, there's a little hair pulling. Mr. Sharkey should take a look at that.
Eddie Sharkey's too busy having it out with everybody here at ringside. He ought to pay attention to business and watch his man who is in trouble right at the present time, courtesy of the Starfire.
You know, Starfire Duke's just a couple of years under his belt, but already he can get in there with a veteran like Rig the Terminator. And on any given night, Mick, he could definitely pull an upset here.
Nice snap suplex, and the Rig is in trouble, and Sharkey doesn't know where he is right now. Very, very upset, and justifiably so. Rig is in deep trouble. Down to the canvas once again. Derek Duke's ready to go. Oh, a glancing blow with that drop kick, but enough to send the Rig to the canvas.
We may have a pin.
Oh, wait a minute.
There you go. There's the work of Eddie Sharkey outside the ring. That was an interference. I don't know if our camera picked that up, Mick, but he pulled his man, the Rig, out of the ring.
Eddie Sharkey figures that his manager's license gives him license to do anything he wants, interfere in any match. Obviously, it doesn't. Oh, my goodness. Derek Dukes, it is absolutely lights out.
Excedrin headache.
The Terminator caught him coming off the ropes, drilled his head into the canvas. Your winner again, Rig the Terminator, under the managership of Eddie Sharkey.
Now let's go for a special interview. All right, wrestling fans, the next big date, Winnipeg Arena, September the 24th. The Alaskan to take on Billy Robinson.
That's right. You know, I've been away for 8 months. I've been training in the gold mines in Alaska. I've been out bear hunting. I've been fishing. I've been thinking about business. And Billy Robinson, you come down. I sign an open contract. I'll wrestle anybody in the NWA, anybody in Winnipeg, anybody that will come up against me. I'll be here. And Billy Robinson, I don't know what you're doing. You're 65 years old. What are you doing getting in the ring with me?
Let me tell you something, Alaskan. Billy Robinson, British Empire champion, he's going to take care of you.
Billy Robinson, you're washed up. You shouldn't even be in town. You want to wipe my shoes off? You want to come down and fight me? Well, you come on down. You come. I'm ready. You better be ready. That's all I have to say.
Well, fans, I think you made it very clear. Billy Robinson against the Alaskan, September the 24th, Winnipeg Arena. Be there.
Wrestling fans, this event is scheduled for a 30-minute time limit or one fall. This tag team match involves, first of all, from Texas, Dallas, Texas, weighing in at 250 pounds, Red Tyler. His tag team partner from Calgary, weighing in at 226 pounds, Bill Cody. Their opponents this evening, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, from Siberia, weighing in at 295 pounds, the Russian Crusher. His tag team partner from Russia, weighing in at 260 pounds, the Russian Chris Markov. They're accompanied by Eddie Sharkey, referee for this match, Dave Goebel. Let's go to ringside.
We're all set to go. The Russian Crusher, awesome, 295 pounds, and teaming up with him, a great veteran in professional wrestling circles, one of the toughest men pound for pound in the history of the game, and one of the meanest, Chris Markov. And already, Markov barreling his opponent back into the ropes.
You're on a mission of peace from another country. Let's treat them right.
Eddie Sharkey coming over with some propaganda over by our table. Bill Cody and Red Tyler, the opponents for Chris Markov and the Russian Crusher, managed by Eddie Sharkey.
This is my first chance, Mick, to see these two big Russians together. Perhaps they are looking at tag team titles, much like the Kalmakoffs of the past. Another great Russian duo of the 50s and 60s.
Well, you've got a combination of a real tried and true veteran in Chris Markov and the young, by comparison, Russian Crusher. And they are a devastating combination. I've seen them before. They are awesome. They're mean. They're brutal. They don't care about the rules. They're here to make money, take it back to the Kremlin, or so they say. And in their corner, the housefly, the man everybody would like to catch and swat, Eddie Sharkey.
Look at the size of the Russian Crusher. He's coming in now, tagged off by his partner, Chris Markov.
Boy, when he hits you with that forearm smash, you feel it for a month and a half. Bill Cody on the receiving end of that vicious, vicious forearm. Chris Markov, more or less the ring general for this Russian tag team. And obviously, you can see his protege, the Russian Crusher, learning his lessons well in that ring. We want to remind you, wrestling fans, September 24th at the Winnipeg Arena, a tremendous wrestling card. Tickets for that card. Eddie Sharkey, if he'll let me get this announcement out, wrestling fans, he's a real thorn in our side here at ringside. September 24th at the Winnipeg Arena. Tickets available at all select-to-seats locations. And September 25th at the Keystone Center in Brandon. Another outstanding card. Get tickets for that one at the Keystone Center box office.
You know, I told you before, and I'm going to say it again, they ought to put Eddie Sharkey in a chair, probably a straitjacket at ringside. Look at this slam. Oh. Eddie Sharkey proud of this slam delivered by Chris Markov.
They ought to put Eddie Sharkey in a chair, all right, and maybe it should have a few volts of electricity going through it. Chris Markov working on Red Tyler with a stomp right to the upper chest area, very close to the throat. Referee right on top of it, making sure it was a legal stomp. A half-back body drop. Oh, my gosh, Markov lost his balance, and in so doing, he actually delivered some punishment, landing right on the neck of Red Tyler.
Couple of other big dates coming up, ladies and gentlemen. September the 26th, the MBCI School Auditorium. Advance tickets at the Clean Right Cleaners and the Firefighters Association. And then the very next night, September 27th, Swan River at the Swan River Centennial Arena. Tickets available at the Swan River Friendship Center.
I'll tell you something. Mr. Tyler is going to be singing Swan River in a minute. He is in big trouble. A tremendous suplex by the Russian Crusher. Bill Cody interfering in the match. He may have done more harm than good to his tag team partner, Red Tyler, as the Russian Crusher digging into the trapezius muscles, really putting the pressure to young Mr. Tyler.
I was happy to see that move by Bill Cody, though, Mick, because the Crusher and Chris Markov are not beyond doing that very same thing. And Eddie Sharkey can shout all he wants, but I think turnabout is fair play.
It's amazing that a guy like Sharkey, a real snake like that, will come over and talk about the opponents cheating. If there's a rule that hasn't been broken by the Russian team, I'd like to know about it.
Oh,
Mr.
man,
Cody.
Bill Cody. A little revenge-minded here, I'm sure.
Oh, look at him go to work on Chris Markov. Monkey flipping. Markov is in trouble. Oh, backpedaling right above us. Bill Cody is on fire, and the Russian Crusher. 295 pounds of him into the seats. This Bill Cody is a house of fire. And a boot to the stomach of Chris Markov, who is in real trouble. The Russian team, they are in trouble. In for the count. Oh! Right on top of the referee, and Markov now begging for mercy, looking for a timeout. There's no timeouts in professional wrestling, pal. You get in there and you mix it up.
So far, Bill Cody and Red Tyler have been working rather well together. I think this is probably their first chance as a team against the Russian Crusher and Chris Markov, who have worked a few times together. Eddie Sharkey's been coaching these two men.
Uh-oh, this is trouble. You could see it. The Russian Crusher taking advantage of the leg of Red Tyler hanging over that bottom rope. slingshotted it off that bottom rope, and Mr. Tyler is in trouble.
And the commentary from Eddie Sharkey continues to come our way. Little double teamwork there now while Bill Cody tries to inform the referee of a rule infraction.
Eddie Sharkey called that a double scientific kick. Oh! The Russian is loaded for bear. He almost put Mr. Tyler right through the mat. When this fella turns it on, he is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Oh! That has got to be it. Wait a minute.
Give Red Tyler credit for kicking out, although I don't know why he'd want to. Now, an illegal tag. In fact, I don't think there was a tag made.
They are masters. Oh, a double clothesline. Took his head sideways. Teamwork. Don't tell me it's teamwork, Eddie Sharkey. Somebody get this man out of here. Chris Markoff looking for the coup de grace right now. Second rope. Knee across the chest. If Mr. Tyler has anything left, and he doesn't, that is it. The Russian Crusher and Chris Markoff, managed by Eddie Sharkey, victorious in this match over a very game, tough combination in Bill Cody and young Red Tyler. The Russians, the winners. We're chalking up another win, Eddie Sharkey. Let's go to a special interview.
Fans, September the 24th at the Winnipeg Arena, a main event you don't want to miss. The Russian Crusher, Chris Markoff, against...
Shut up! And you listen to me right now! You know who's the best? The Russians is nobody else. And me and my partner is right here to show you. You Canadians, you Americans, I'm going to bury one by one. And you see it, the best, greatest wrestler in the world. Me and my dear partner right now. Come on, be ready. Ruski narodi, приходите там, скажите, давай, товарищ. And you people, if you want to see something, because you know the Russians is the best, and one more proof right here in a Winnipeg Arena, 24th. Don't you forget it, the Russians is coming. And don't you forget, stand up, give us the salute, the Russians is coming.
With all due respect, ladies and gentlemen, I think they're going to have their hands full with the High Rollers. Also coming up September the 25th in Brandon at the Keystone Center. Tickets are available at the Keystone Center box office. And then September the 26th, the PAW MBCI School Auditorium, a muscular dystrophy card. Advance tickets at the Clean Right Cleaners and the Firefighters Association. The very next night, September the 27th, Swan River at the Swan River Centennial Arena. Tickets for that big one available at the Swan River Friendship Center. Don't miss them, ladies and gentlemen. Professional wrestling at its best.
Wrestling fans, let's go back to the Winnipeg Arena where we join tremendous action already in progress. Ricky Rice, a great fan favorite wherever he appears in professional wrestling. And the Alaskan, I don't know if he's ever read a rule book, if he doesn't know what a rule book is. He obviously doesn't care. He is as tough as they come in the ring.
And, of course, one half of the High Rollers, Ricky Rice. This man is Mr. Talent. A young man with a bright future up against a very rugged and uncouth individual, the Alaskan.
You know, the Alaskan will take any conceivable shortcut to get the job done. We've seen him go out deliberately to try to maim his opponents. It's not going to be easy tonight because Ricky Rice is as tough as they come. He's put together. He is a tough young star. And he gave the Alaskan a little bit of what for. A little retaliation right there. The Alaskan looks befuddled like, why did I get that? Because you deserved it. That's why.
And the Alaskan didn't like it, but the fans appreciated it. We got a... Oh... And another takedown. And we've got a little retreat here. The Alaskan going back to the camp, evidently.
he's looking around for a tree to chop down or I don't know what. But he should get back in the ring and do battle with one half of the High Rollers, and what a tag team combination they are. And they're going to be in action in several cities around Canada coming up soon. George, tell us about that.
Some of those big dates coming up, Mick. September 24th, Winnipeg Arena. Then September 25th in Brandon. Tickets at the Keystone Center. September 26th, the Pond. And then September 27th, up in Swan River, a big card for you fans up there. Some big dates. Put them on your calendar. We'll keep you informed here on West 4 Wrestling.
Whenever you can see the stars of the National Wrestling Alliance in your town, by all means do so. It's great on television, but there's nothing like being right up near the action at ringside. Speaking of action right now, the Alaskan working on that arm of High Roller, Ricky Rice.
You know, when I see a beard like the Alaskan carries with him, makes me want to go home and shave.
Well, it's not the most neatly trimmed beard, I guess, in the world, but maybe when you're out in the lumber camps in the wilds of Alaska, maybe the last thing you've got on your mind is a straight razor.
Well, you have to give him credit. He's a rugged individual. He works up in the logging camps of Alaska. Big lumberjack type fella. Look at the fur on his body.
You're right, that's not hair.
It's not hair.
It's fur. A short shot there by Ricky Rice, trying to work his way out of this hole. And a yank of the hair by the Alaskan. Referee didn't... Well, maybe he did catch it. No, the Alaskan denying it.
He's right above us now, the Alaskan. You know, he's got hair all over his body.
Oh, you bet he does. Ricky Rice, intense in that ring, trying to figure a way out of this hold. That's a lot of pressure being applied by the Alaskan. That's 265 pounds of rugged. Putting it to Ricky Rice of the High Rollers.
Wonder what he looked like as a baby. A furry baby. The referee on top of the action here, Rick Rice. Not about to give up on this. I'd be willing to bet that with anyone.
Have to agree with you there. It'll take a lot more than this to force Ricky Rice to concede. Rapidly climbing the ladder of professional wrestling. When he and Ace Brandon get together as a tag team combination, they're popular, they're awesome in that ring. Shoulder block sends the Alaskan sprawling into an arm drag, and now Ricky Rice takes control.
On that big September 24th Winnipeg Arena card, Rick Rice will belong with his tag team partner Ace Brandon, the High Rollers, and they'll be in there against Eddie Sharkey's devastating Russian combination of the Russian Crusher and veteran great Chris Markov.
Well, Chris Markov brought the Russian Crusher over from the Soviet Union with one purpose in mind, as he says, to injure and cripple the wrestlers in this part of the world. And so far, their train is rolling down the track. And the High Rollers, they want to get in there. They want to put a stop to that Russian combination that's devastating wrestlers all over the country right now.
Well, I'm sure the World Tag Team Champions, wherever they are eyeing Ace Brandon and Ricky Rice, as well the Crusher and Chris Markov, because they could very well be facing one of these two teams in the very near future.
That's a tough chin lock in the ring right now. The vice-like grip of the Alaskan. And Ricky Rice trying to figure a way out of it. And now the Alaskan has worked it into a chokehold, and as soon as the referee comes around to check, the Alaskan quickly goes back into that legal chin lock. He knows every means, legal or illegal, in that ring. And again, just one split second ahead of the referee, and suddenly he's got a legal hold again.
It always irritates me when they do this, Mick, because by the time the referee gets to the action, the damage has been done. Rick Rice being choked, the Alaskan breaking the rules, the referee doesn't catch it. Doesn't do any good to warn him.
And there, just as you alluded to, another yank of the hair, referee out of position, didn't see it, and he goes right in and he asks Ricky Rice if he wants to concede. Even there, right in front of the referee, that arm dangerously close to that windpipe, and the Alaskan again, ladies and gentlemen, waited for the referee to get out of position, moved right in for that chokehold. ringside a little what for, and now he's insisting that we ring the bell. Ricky Rice certainly far from conceding. The Alaskan working on that chin lock. Trying to get the concession from Ricky Rice as the referee again in right on top of the action.
Well, Ricky Rice trying to get up now. He gets to his feet. I think we can... Oh, he's upset.
There's a shoulder block. Says the Alaskan sprawling. Ricky Rice. Oh. Just as we thought the tables were going to be turned, the Alaskan with that big, heavy knee into the midsection and a boot to the back of the neck for good measure. And again, Ricky Rice in trouble. Big body slam. The Alaskan on the offensive right now.
Pulling the hair again. And here we go, right through the ropes. The Alaskan throwing his man out as if he's throwing garbage out a window.
Well, you know, the Alaskan told us in the dressing room before we came out here, George, tonight, that he's used to fighting it out in the lumber camps. With any and all comers, he says he's the toughest man in those lumber camps, that nobody will mess with him. Well, he's got a tough customer in the ring right now, more than willing to mix it up, in Ricky Rice, the high roller.
And I sure hope that for Mr. Alaskan's sake, he doesn't underestimate this young man. Ricky Rice, of course, doing the smart thing right now, taking advantage of his time outside the ring, getting his breath back, second win, if you will. And when he gets back in there, I have the feeling that, well, if he can get back in, the Alaskan attempting to help him with a little hair pulling here.
And now the Alaskan choking him off that top rope, boomerangs him, slingshots him over the top rope and into the ring. And Ricky Rice in deep trouble, and the Alaskan again, now this time to the other side of the ring. Well, I don't know if this is serving a useful purpose for the Alaskan, if he's inflicting damage by throwing Ricky Rice outside the ring. That's quite obvious. But it's also giving the youngster a chance to get a second win and perhaps get in the ring and do a little retaliation. The methodical, the rugged, 265-pound Alaskan. The Alaskan not allowing Ricky Rice to get back in the ring. The referee admonishes the Alaskan. Little or no avail. It's like talking to a streetcar. The man pays absolutely no attention.
The Alaskan on the ropes again, pulling that hair. I'm surprised Ricky Rice has any hair left. That's all he's done the entire match, Mick, is pull hair. And then a chop, if you will, to the throat, chest area. Ricky Rice in need of a little timeout here.
Well, he's entitled to that timeout. He's outside the ring, but the Alaskan continuing to interrupt the referee's count. I don't know that he'd gain a victory over Ricky Rice. I'm sure Ricky would beat that 10 count, but the Alaskan, again, defeating his own purpose by interrupting the count of the official. Ricky Rice battling his way back into the ring, and he is a man on fire right now. Picks up the Alaskan. Oh, tremendous body slam. And a beautiful drop kick, one of the best drop kicks in professional wrestling. Possessed by Ricky Rice into that side headlock as the fortunes have turned.
One of the reasons they're called the high rollers, that drop kick gives you the whole story in a nutshell.
The Alaskan continuing now, and the assault on Rick Rice picks him up, catches him. Oh, dropped that 265 pounds on top of him, and I thought we had a 3 count. We were ready to ring that bell, but Ricky Rice, resilient young man, and again, look at this. All night long, throwing Ricky Rice to that concrete floor.
Well, that appears to be the Alaskan's favorite hold. I don't know if you can call it a hold, but he pulls the man by the hair, flings him outside the ring. Ricky Rice must feel like a slingshot at this point.
I don't know if the Alaskan thinks he's still at the lumber camps, tossing men out of the lumber camps, but I'll tell you something. This is a wrestling ring, and sooner or later, the referee's going to have to step in and say enough is enough.
You know, they have lumberjack showdowns in those lumber camps. The Alaskan obviously thinks that's where he is.
Ricky Rice in trouble. Oh, whipped into the turnbuckle, almost went right sailing over the top of the Alaskan. About a half a second short there. There's a small package in on top. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Well, what do you know? Ricky Rice with a slickman over there, catching the Alaskan completely unaware. Wait a second, just a minute. The Alaskan has grabbed that bone. Oh, no! The Alaskan, the loser of this match, took that bone from the ringside area, and he went to work on Ricky Rice with the bone right to the back of the head. And now continuing to stop right on the head of Ricky Rice in the center of the ring, and there goes the referee down. The Alaskan is a man possessed. He's lost it. The Alaskan has lost it.
They shouldn't allow that bone at ringside. Mick, I think we need some help out here for Ricky Rice.
I don't know what in the world has possessed this Alaskan. That bone to the back of the neck. He lost the match, and now, wow! Ace Brandon, the other high roller, like the cavalry, showing up to break it up there and chase the Alaskan from the ring. The Alaskan going berserk. Your winner is Ricky Rice.
Your winner at 12 minutes with a pinfall, Ricky Rice.
Wrestling fans, September the 24th at the Winnipeg Arena. Revenge night, to be sure. My guess at this time, the High Rollers, Ace Brandon, Ricky Rice. Come on in here, gentlemen. You've got Eddie Sharkey's team of the Russian Crusher and Chris Markoff.
That team has definitely got to go. We're going to definitely win this time. We're getting sick of what they're doing. We're up to their old games. Ed Sharkey, the worm, what he does, nobody knows because he worms around so much. But we're sick of him. We will keep an eye on him this time. Me and Ricky flew in. We will keep on flying in. We'll keep on winning as long as we can. We're training hard. We're going to give up to nobody. Nobody at all will beat us at this time.
Rick, he pointed out about Eddie Sharkey at ringside. You've got to watch out for him.
Eddie Sharkey's nothing but a little worm. Let me tell you something. Ace Brandon and Ricky Rice stand for freedom. The Russian Crusher and Chris Markoff stand for communism. Hey, the High Rollers are the cure to the Russian disease, and we're going to take them down.
Wrestling fans, don't miss it. September the 24th, the Winnipeg Arena, the High Rollers against the Russians.